Welcome to Art Talk with Keith. Today we're going to talk about this painting right here. It's my sci-fi vulture. You can tell it's sci-fi because of the horns in the middle and this big planet right here and these little moons. What I'm going to talk about today is my process. I have lots of videos now of me painting. This is not one. I can go back and watch those. They're pretty informative. I do acrylic and on canvas, and I use repurposed canvases and from Goodwill. I take the canvases and I sand them off and I gesso them up, and then I depends on how I do it. I might start with an ink wash to start with, or the first thing I do is I draw the picture on. Normally I find a reference photo, and I always use references because if I don't, my stuff is very cartoony looking because I have a cartoon background and a lot of line weight you'll see in my artwork, a lot of thin and thicks. It looks like comic books. Anyway, so I'll put my line art up. I'll draw it with a magic marker pen, go over with a watered down black paint wash, outline everything. Then I start the process of doing washes, glazes, all sorts of things. This picture originally was intended to practice doing feathers. I like painting birds. This one here, I was watching some YouTube tutorials on how to do feathers, and I tried it out, doing the lighter feathers first, then brighter and lighter and lighter. And one thing I did learn, if I teach you one thing right here, it's how to paint with red. Because I noticed that in a prior painting, I did some red feather work, and when I went to do my highlights, ended up being more and more pink and pink and pink, and by the end it was so pink I had to paint over it. It was just, I ruined it. Red is difficult to highlight because of that. You have to use very subtle amounts of lighter red and not get into the pink, or else it'll just change the whole look. This one here is not bad. I only get into some slight pinks, but for the most part it's red. If you're going to start off doing that, add some black or something to your paint to get your red dark, so you have more leeway to go with it. So one of my favorite things to do is work on metal and reflective objects, and I do a lot of metal work here. I always put spikes and horns on things because I like spikes and horns. But overall I think the composition is pretty good, and I like the way this kind of comes off the darker gray background. I got a lot of college in art. I don't know why, I'm a nurse now, but we'll get to that in another video. But composition's a huge thing to me. A lot of artists don't compose. A lot of artists don't draw anymore, and we'll get into that. If this video goes over, I have a lot of opinions. I'll try to stay positive, but a lot of them aren't very good. I'm very picky about my art. But anyway, my stuff's kind of cartoony. It's very sci-fi oriented, and if you get a chance, go and watch some of my videos where I'm actually painting. A lot of time lapse. It shows the process, and I think it's very fascinating to watch that. I watch a lot of them myself. In the last 2 years, I mean, I've been painting all my life, but in the last 2 years, I've really hit it hard. And I had an art show in Lincoln. Oh, I'm from Fairbury, Nebraska, the art capital of nowhere. And neither is Nebraska. But anyway, that's another video. So here we go. This is my sci-fi vulture, and if this video goes over, I'll make a couple more. Thank you.